What's shaking there, guys? Coming back at you. Just the mail just came and didn't realize that I was getting 3 packages all at once. I'll open the easiest one first. I did want to actually, I'm probably going to do a couple videos today, to be honest, or a couple more, because I had planned to, and then all at once, bam, a bunch of stuff comes. And I'm pretty sure it's all pipe stuff, so I may as well do some videos. But I am going to set a date for the drawing for the giveaway soon. I am going to set that date probably at the beginning of March, sometime in a week or two. Give you guys some more time to post your responses. Jeez, come on, man. My goodness. What in the heck? It's always funny when you get bags that are totally from some other part of the country or world, and it's from a store that you have never heard of or never seen in the flesh. Ooh, this is one of the last Canadians that I purchased. I think I bought it last week. Or no, this is what the heck is that? It's got like a little hole drilled in the bottom. It's a synchro stem kaywoodie with a KBB drinkless kaywoodie. It's very, very distinctively it's the KBB is in extremely good shape. The darn it. I mean, it's very prominent. This pipe hasn't been sanded down before. And then the other side says Suntan Algerian bruyere. Now, the reason why I picked this one up, it's not particularly special per se, especially since somebody cut the stinger off, which I didn't know that. I can't even believe they did that. This was a big stinger. Oh, man, that sucks. But I bought it. Man, that does suck. But it is a KBB, and it isn't a suntan, and I tried for like years to get a suntan with the Algerian bruyere, and I could not get one. Kind of a little bit disappointed. I got a good deal on it. I didn't pay much for it, which kind of makes sense why I didn't pay much for it, but I do like the way that the shape of that is. I may end up still smoking this. They may have tried to or started to do like a carburetor thing there, and then like, oh, never mind, let's not do that. But it needs to be cleaned out for sure. But it doesn't look like there's really any damage to the pipe, other than the dumbass who cut the stinger off, which is crazy that somebody cut that. I mean, it's sad, because if that would have been an intact stinger, this pipe would be, and I was thinking to myself, well, that's got to have an old school stinger if it's, a suntan, I mean, that's a line of kaywoodie I've never had before. I've had the rock ambura, thorn, relief grain, flame grain, and all those I've had with the stems or the stingers intact. And then bam, I finally find a suntan, and it's really in great condition pipe-wise. Maybe I'll try and, it's a synchro stem, so I think you can remove the stem. Maybe I'll try and replace the stinger, because I have that broken pipe has a stinger. Maybe I could use that, or find one that has an old stinger and replace it, because I like the stinger. I like using it. But the the burl looks really good. It really does. It's got some really pretty burl on it, and the stamping is really good. So there's that. And let's moving on. This one is obviously been better packaged than the other. That one was ridiculous with that all those, I mean, Jesus, man, that's like a garbage bag worth of paper is what that is. Goodness gracious, I hate that. When it's so deceiving where or how the box opens. You go to open it and you cut the wrong parts of tape, you know, it's kind of annoying when that happens. Okay, very well packed. One of these could be that new pipe that Bruyere Report sent me. It could have come early. I'm not sure. I haven't checked. I could check at this moment, but I'm not going. Okay. I believe this is the Canadian that I thought the last one was. I forgot about that suntan. Let me tell you something, guys. Holy wow. I had no idea that it was this big. Holy wow. Oh, man. Oh, please let the stinger be in. Oh, my God. That stinger is a mirror shine. That stem has a tiny indentation right there from smoking or something. Maybe not from smoking, maybe somebody polished it and they nicked some stuff. But and it also it's weird how it's got an oval bit. It's an oval shank, and man, maybe this has a replaced stinger and a replaced stem. I don't know. That's so new looking. That's crazy. I don't understand. I've never seen a pipe this old, other than I guess maybe, I don't even think that freaking Meerschaum one looked this looks like brand new. You know, like somebody, I don't know. And I mean, there's a little couple small nicks to the edge of the bowl, but there's almost no damage to the rim. Somebody may have reamed it, I don't know. But they may have drilled out the inside, because I'm seeing fresh wood there in the draft hole. Somebody may have replaced, put a new bit on there, painted a clover, bought one of these, screwed it in, you know, I don't know. It's hard for me to tell, to be honest with you. This may be a complete fake. It's a super grain, don't get me wrong, but I mean, the fact that I'm seeing brand new wood, it looks like somebody drilled out the draft hole is what it looks like. I mean, everything looks right, but how could this thing be from the 30s, 40s, or 50s? First of all, I've never seen them make one like this big. I've never seen one that had an off-center clover. I've never seen one that had super grain almost on the top. I mean, it's almost like maybe this is a new kaywoodie. You know, maybe this was made by, I mean, it says drinkless on it. There is some, I don't know, I want to say that's brand new. That's brand new. Somebody recently drilled out the draft hole, and it hasn't been smoked that many times, to be honest with you. It looks like somebody smoked it just enough to make it seem, it almost seems like somebody beat it up a little bit to make it seem like it was older. But you know, you can't fake a drilled out draft hole like that. Nobody's really held this pipe all that. I mean, I don't know. This is really odd that this is like this. I don't get it. Why that clover looks so shoddy. It's a 4-hole stinger, but this and this are at a mirror shine. There's no oxidation. I've never, I mean, I've had brand new ones. Like my, this guy was brand new, and I will say that, yeah, it still is pretty shiny, and I could probably buff it up really good, but it still wasn't a mirror shine, you know. And, I don't know, I guess this one also has a really good stem thing. I mean, and it was brand new, you know. This one, it almost seems like tobacco hasn't been smoked. Like the fact that that draft hole is so new, that's kind of weirding me out here. But maybe it just didn't get smoked out of that much. They never made it to the bottom. That may be it. That they always smoked it, you know, halfway down. I don't know. It sure does look awful new, man. And that's huge. I mean, I love that it's got that shank that's that long. That's why I bought it. It was pretty bad. I thought it was a pretty sweet pipe. And then again, maybe somebody, the guy that I bought it from, I could tell, you know, he's a pipe seller, maybe a picker, and he's the type that restores the pipes prior to selling them. And it kind of sucks that he does that, but I thought, Jesus, super grain, Canadian that long, with a billiard bowl, like, I mean, I was really into it. You know, with a 4-hole stinger. But now it's like, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, geez, you know, it almost seems, oh wow, is that a crack or yeah, I think there's a crack, a very minute, minor crack right there. You can barely see it, but I don't know. I guess it's that old and it just didn't see the use, but I do love that shank. That's kind of why I bought it. I think I paid $100 for this. Somebody bid me up to 96 on this thing. I put 100 as my max and they bid me up to 96. But I'm a little bit confused about it. It just seems a little odd. I guess maybe it could be a survivor like that meerschaum, because I got to be honest, I mean, it really was in good shape. But there was no question of the authenticity of that meerschaum because of the way the clover is. You know, the fact that that clover is a little kind of odd looking, kind of throws me off a little bit here. Now, this one is from John Clark, Grove Pipe and Tobacco, Chester, New York. I bet you this is that pipe from Bruyere Report. I want to say everything he sent me is from Chester, New York. And the funny thing is, he will drop ship a lot of things. Drop ship the pipes that he sent me. Drop ship the pipe nook stuff. But what's cool is when he drop shipped the pipe nook stuff, the pipe nook is in Florida. I could drive there. And the same thing with tobacco pipes. Tobacco pipes is only about 50 to 70 miles east of Orlando where I live. And I live on the east side though. That adds about 20 miles. So it's probably about 80 miles, 90 miles from the house, maybe 100. It's like 50 miles from the coast, which Orlando is from the east coast. It's about 50 miles from the west coast. And it's on the same road. I live like 5 miles from the road it's off of. I could take that road, or I don't even live 5 miles from it. I live a mile away from Colonial. It's basically 50. Highway 50, they call it. And it goes from all the way from US 1 in Titusville. And I take that road to where I've been working lately. I've been taking it to Titusville. It goes all the way from one coast of Florida to the complete other coast in the Gulf. But it goes through Orlando. Basically runs straight across through Orlando, through Claremont, through Groveland, all these little towns that are between little cow towns, little rural areas that are in between, and they're starting to grow up though. That are it's one of the Petersons. Wow, but it's a little it's out there in Spring Hill. It's not that far from me actually. You know, so one day I will go to that shop because I've always wanted to actually see the pipes. see the tobacco, see their whole shop and everything that we purchase from them, how they store it, where it goes. You know, I want to know where that tin came from when it gets to my house, you know. Oh man. Ooh, so excited about. And actually, let me tell you something. Those pictures didn't do it justice. That silver isn't that bad. It really isn't. And to be honest, oh man, it's so weird. When I used to buy these, or when I bought the Sherlock pipe years ago, the Watson or I don't know, I forget which one it is, but it was the beefy one, real beefy, and it was brand new, and it still had the chuck marks in it because it was an 87 unsmoked, first run, unsmoked Sherlock pipe. I got it for like 130 bucks. Turned around and like tripled my money like a year later when I needed it. But anyway, this is a 304. I could have got a relief gray or a sandblast spigot 306 and go for the bigger pipe, but I find that the 304 is good enough. But anyway, though, I was gonna say that Sherlock came with the original box, original everything. The hallmarks were 87. It had the chuck marks in it, so nobody reamed it out. It had a P-lip. It was basically a survivor that possibly completed somebody's full set of the first run, possibly. Or they just smoked it. I didn't. I realized that that was a pipe that I didn't necessarily need to have, or need to be the one to smoke it, or need to smoke it. I didn't need to smoke that pipe and make it a smoked pipe, because it was the first run. I could buy a brand new one and smoke that and not do anything. You know, and the first run had different boxes. It had like really shiny green boxes with gold wording and lettering. It had all that, all of the info, everything. It was complete. Somebody was a picker or something and found that, didn't know what it was, and posted it for 130 bucks. And I was just the first one to realize how nice of a pipe that was. And I remember thinking, why are there like little bumps in here? What's going on? And then I found out Peterson used to leave the chuck marks in them. They didn't put this black soot or whatever it is in there that covers the inside. It was a clean stained inner bowl with it had three sets of basically chuck marks from when they stick it on the lathe and it turns, and they basically, those chucks come out and indent on the bowl. But it's a spigot. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that. I've really come to appreciate these. It's got a nice the opening pinches down, narrows here at the spigot. It's got, you can definitely tell that bad boy's new. Darn, I wish I used to have a light I could put up against it. Darn. Hang on. Let me see. Do I have anything to light it up with? But anyway, yeah, it's clean as a whistle down there. That's new wood. That's just had silver pressed up against it for years is all. But looks really good. Reservoir's in good shape. Interior's in really good shape. And I like that. I like the patina. See that gunmetal, that kind of pearlescent gunmetal look to it. And also the bruyere looks like it's been used. Like it's an antique almost. And I think I could have got the rusticated Sandblast 306 for cheaper spigot. But, I don't know. I was like, you know something, I don't need to smoke gigantic bowls. I really don't. I had a 4-hole Stinger kaywoodie calabash, and that thing, you could put 2 ounces of tobacco in that. I am not joking you. And I mean, I remember smoking our best blend out of it, or Penzance, and blowing through it. And it's aerated. It's really airy and dry. You don't get very much flavor, and I just totally, I'll never buy another. I mean, unless I get as good of a deal as I did that time and could make money off it, I don't think I'd ever buy another calabash again. I cannot wait to break. Now this I will definitely break in because they're purchasable. Another thing, another line that was around when I started smoking and I didn't buy, was they had Meerschaum Sherlock pipes that you could get that were Spigot Meerschaum. They weren't Tanzanian Meerschaum, they were Turkish, but you can't find them anymore. They used to have them on eBay, not anymore. That line's dead. You know, and Peterson only does these lines every once in a while. They come out with a new line, they stop, they don't, you know, they do a run on it and that's it, and nobody lets them go till 50 years from now when they die. I also went for this one, the older style, because it has a vulcanite stem. I just don't like the acrylics. I just don't like them. But I did want to try a spigot. I did want a spigot. I finally wanted to break down and get a spigot mount because they're so freaking stable and sturdy. I mean, this thing is a beast here, this spigot mount. This thing is strong. I mean, when you stick that in there, you know that ain't coming out. And also the vulcanite stem, that thing is tough. I could tell this is a pipe that you wouldn't want to beat it up, but if you were going to beat up a pipe, this is the one that would be able to take whatever you threw. No doubt about that. And this one, I'm not going to have much trouble, or it's not going to kill me to break this in, to smoke the first bowl out of it. It's such, I mean, I love Petersons now, and it's like, it's a sitter, you know. I mean, I'm in love with the fact that it's a sitter. I don't mind that it's a 304. Basically, this is actually pretty much a replacement of the amber stem one that broke. It had a better, the wood was better because it was a special pipe. They used only the best burl, but it was a 304 spigot mount, amber stem. It had a shinier, more like a sun-kissed or a sunburst color effect to it, and an amber stem, which I could have bought one of these and just used it instead of the amber one and smoked it. And it also didn't have the black stuff inside it. It had chuck marks. So, but I almost feel like, man, I shouldn't have gave it up. I should have just said, screw it, and put the amber spigot part away, because honestly, it was a really beautiful pipe. But this is exactly that pipe, but it's it was more affordable and not such a special pipe. So I'm not gonna, it's just a regular system spigot, although I'd love to get a hold of one of the Premier system spigots. If I could ever get a Premier system spigot, I would snap it up immediately, because they did a limited run of those a few years back. And that would be one that I would go for. I'm very much into the Premiers, more so than the Deluxes, because I like the Premier look. I don't like the Deluxe space. I like the Premier look. I like the Premier, the finish. I like the Premier bruyere. I like the Premier or Premier tenon, the little aluminum tenon, or the old school copper. I think they used copper tenons back in the day, or the brass tenons or something. The one I ordered, I think, has a brass tenon. But if I could get one that was spigot, oh man, you know, that had that same finish, same bruyere, plus the tenon, the condenser, excuse me, and a spigot, I would just be, I would be so excited about. I mean, I keep my eyes peeled on eBay now. Believe that. I keep my eyes peeled. There's a few pipes I look out for. Peterson's, kaywoodies, and Dunhills a little bit. I can't quite afford Dunhills though. You know, they're about double what a Peterson is, but I'm honestly, I'm really pleased with this pipe. Genuine leather suede, wow. Jeez, I've actually never got a Peterson that came in such a high-end pouch. Genuine leather suede Peterson pouch. Ooh, it says it on the back. Genuine leather suede, that's crazy. And I wonder why they did it just for the spigot. Did they only do these spigots for a couple years or something? The spigot systems? That it came with such a special pouch? Or maybe this pouch is what makes it special. I don't know. That could be it. It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you, if that was the deal. If the pouch is what made it special. But anyway, you know, those are 3 things that came in the mail today. Pretty awesome that this came in the mail. I'll probably smoke this today. The suntan, it's a darn shame that they cut that stinger off, because man, even the bit's in good shape. The bowl, the outside of it's in great shape. They didn't damage the rim. There's just some cake, a little bit of restoring, and this thing would be beautiful. It would be a beautiful piece, but somehow that's got to be replaced, which I'm sure I can find a way. It's a synchro stem, so I believe there's a way to adjust synchro stems, maybe even a way to remove a synchro stem, and if I can do that, I will. That would be really cool. Aged bruyere, suntan. Oh well, oh no, it does say synchro stem on the bottom. Patent applied for. Yeah, but I mean, this is an old pipe too. This is a very, very rare pipe. These suntans. I've only seen a few of them, and I've never had the deep enough pockets to. The guy outbidding me always had deeper pockets. Always had deeper pockets. Me, I get good stuff more or less usually when it's buy it now, or when I luck out with the fly under the radar pipe where it's misnamed by a picker or something. If somebody that doesn't know about pipes, they misname it, and then you end up finding it, you end up stumbling across it, and nobody with the pockets, the deep enough pockets, has spotted it, and you end up winning it. And then I got the Canadian. I mean, geez, it's like a brand new pipe, and it's just gigantic. It's like that's darn near church warden. I mean, we're talking, let's see, I got measuring tape right here. We're talking a 7 1/4 inch pipe. So, and then I'll do centimeters for those of you in Europe and Canada, just because this is a Canadian. Or those of you in every other place, not the US, because we have to be special. We have to, our stuff has to be measured SAE. It has to be imperial. We won't get with it, which is cool with me. I think that's cool. The English won't give up their pound. We won't give up our our system of measurement here. Yards, feet, a foot, yards, inches, miles. We just won't seem to give that up. I think that's what makes us special. Okay, we're talking about 18.5 inches or 18.5 centimeters long. That is a long pipe. That's a way long pipe. Wow. Jeez. I am curious how it's going to smoke. I will say there is a little bit of stuff here, kind of like how my meerschaum is. So maybe it just was kept really, really clean. You know, they only smoked out of it a few times. They kept it super clean. And then maybe somebody sanded the kaywoodie sign off and white out it or put a new one on. I don't know, but it says super grain and it seems right. I guess I could look up the 5173S and see what that's like. But man, 18.5 centimeters. I think it's huge. Got a big bowl too. That's a big bowl. My pinky won't even go to the bottom. Let's see, so it's reaching right there. It's that long. Whoo! That's pretty darn deep. Usually they're only like that. That's pretty deep. Anyway, been rambling on quite a bit here, but I hope you guys enjoyed the yabos. And also, you know, like I said earlier, I just wanted to let you know that I will set a date on the drawing. Just want to see a few more entries and let, you know, some of the guys that have said, you know, I'm putting together a VR or an entry, give me some time. I just wanted to give them some time. So it will happen here shortly. I'm not touching the pipes. They're in the box, not being messed with. So fear not, gentlemen, fear not. Anyway, until next time, Treetop Piper, back at you.